After 2 amazing shows in Akron, we do the short drive over to Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
And when I woke up on the bus and I looked out my windows, one side of me was an Outback Steakhouse and the other side of me was a Longhorn Steakhouse. And I was like, this is perfect.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show.
It's that time. Welcome to Tosh Show. I am your host, comedian Daniel Dwight Tosh. With me is comedian Eddie Dwight Gossling.
Crazy, we got the same middle name.
Same middle name. We just got back from tour. We did 16 shows, 11 days, 11 cities. Man, it was fun. Good times were had by all.
Right, the hijinks.
So much hijinks. So much online gambling. I tell you what, I know people always, I'll hear that people complain about the commercials on the show, like, oh, quit shilling for these gambling companies because it creates such a problem for people. But I never really think about it because as godless as everyone pretends California is, we don't allow those. You can't do any like online gambling. There's no sports betting in this state. But like when you go to all these, red states, you can do whatever you want. I mean, there's just so much.
It's wild.
You just get on your app and all of a sudden I've got a guy throwing cards at me. I'm like, I don't have my glasses and I'm taking a dump and I've got to make sure that I got the flush, but I can't tell the difference between a club and a spade.
You're like, oh no.
And I'm like, I'm all in. Next thing I know, I'm like, I just lost $1,000 on this dump. Anyway, that was a nice surprise that while I was in the Midwest, I could do so much online gambling. I may have a problem, but I came out ahead, so it's hard to complain about it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through the tour, and we're going to read from a fan from each city, and then I'll tell you a little bit about, each town that we went to. Night 1, we were in Ames, Iowa. We fly into Ames. Our tour bus is there, and our bus driver, Charles, who is just a delight.
He's great.
One of the few bus drivers I've ever developed an actual relationship with.
I know, it's great.
Our bus was brand new. I was the first person to sleep in it. I showered in it, and, spoiler alert, never pooped in it. That doesn't mean I didn't have close calls, but I always made it to the hotel room. Sometimes just barely.
But you made it.
But I made it.
There you go.
Sometimes occasionally you'd have to do a lobby dump. But other than that, all's well. We land. He drives us to the venue. We walk around the school. We do the show. He likes to drive at night. I like to, the second I get off stage, get back in the bus and go to the next city. That way I wake up in the next city and I can just enjoy it from wake up. So we didn't get to spend much time in Ames, but I get it.
Yeah.
The college was nice. Iowa State. Cyclones. And then we had the conversation, Eddie. We were like, are cyclones the same thing as tornadoes? And then you said yes. And I'm like, well, then why wouldn't you just be called tornadoes?
Right. And there was twisters.
And there's are twisters, cyclones, and tornadoes all the same thing?
We never found out.
I mean, the football facility was nice. We walked around. We saw a bunch of monsters practicing. Here's what we learned while at Iowa State University. This is where Rice Krispie treats were invented. Some co-eds were working at Kellogg's and they came up with a recipe. They gave me a nice tray with a little backstory of how Rice Krispie treats were invented, which I found completely interesting.
Right.
Here's the thing. You might not know this. I love Rice Krispie treats.
I didn't know that.
I do. I love them. You ever go to like grocery stores now, like kind of the fancy grocery stores, and they'll have like a big, huge Rice Krispie treat, shrink wrapped, and and you're like, it's $9.95, and you're like, who the fuck is spending $9? You could buy, 10 pans worth if you just bought the ingredients. Right. But I'm the one buying it.
You get it.
And sometimes they have like some that are drizzled with dark chocolate over it or little tiny M&Ms in it. I love all of them. Here we have the original recipe. They've given me a whole platter of Rice Krispie treats. I bite into the first one and that was it. I throw them all away. You could have told me that this was a rice cake.
Oh, yeah.
It was so dry. It was it wasn't dense enough. It was like just so light and there wasn't enough marshmallow. And if this was the original recipe, you have to understand when things were invented before fun or taste, like I get it.
Yes.
But you got to evolve the recipe.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get some more sugar in this thing. So they were awful, but thank you for making them for me. And thank you for, the information, because I did not know that that's where Rice Krispie treats came from. All right, what do you got?
Okay, my fiance bought us tickets to Ames, Iowa last week for my birthday today, and it was a great show. Eddie was looking mad sexy.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I see why you picked that one.
Yeah.
You were looking mad. You probably were looking mad sexy because it's night one.
Night one.
So night one is the night to look sexy. So we leave Ames, Iowa to head to Davenport. Now, if you know, Davenport is one of 4 of the Quad Cities. Now, I know what you're thinking. Quad City DJs are from there. That's the first thing I asked. Turns out they're not.
Right.
Anyway, we're in the Quad Cities. Davenport, I wake up, I look on my phone, I find that there's this coffee shop nearby that has a delicious breakfast sandwich. This restaurant or coffee shop, you go in, there's signs in there. You are not allowed to eat your food inside. And I'm like, this is what I like.
Yeah.
This is what I like, coming to a town that I don't have a lot of history in and probably have some preconceived ideas of what life is like there. And I go into this highly rated coffee shop to get a breakfast sandwich that everyone talks about. And you can't eat it inside the restaurant.
That's great. All right. They get their rules.
Kudos to them for having a restaurant that they won't let you eat in. It was amazing.
Yeah, you loved it.
The breakfast sandwich was amazing. They make their bread in-house. I got a scone. The scone was amazing. Red Band Coffee Co. Good. Our hotel has a bowling alley and a decent gym. I worked out 10 of the 11 days I was gone.
Yeah.
Ran way too far, way too long every day. I was just like, I'm gonna fight off these rich meals that we have at night. Anyway, they opened the bowling alley for us. Pete's like, the bowling alley opens at 5:00. We won't have time before our show. I'm like, it's lunchtime. I go, Pete, what are you doing? We're in Quad Cities. Ask them if they'll open the bowling alley for me. I'm not above that. I mean, I don't care if they say no. He's like, hey, Daniel Tosh wants to know if you want to open the bowling alley. We're fans. They opened it up. We got to bowl one game. Now, Eddie is a bowler, or claims to be, but was bowling like shit, if I'm being honest.
I like to bowl.
Pete was bowling well, but Pete does this thing where he's like, I got to get to sound check. And I'm like, be 5 minutes late to sound check. I got to get to sound check. So he quits after 7 or 8 frames. Mm-hmm. And then one of you, Eddie or Charles, finishes up his round. He was in the lead. And I ended up winning with a score of, let me start with Dylan, and then I'm going to go to John. I won. I beat 4 people. 2 people can bowl. What do you think my score was? My winning score. Dylan, what do you think it was?
140.
Okay.
225.
What?
225.
Did he say 225?
Yeah.
John's in love with you.
Okay. If you really believe that my winning score is 225, I wouldn't be a comedian.
You'd be on the tour.
I believe in you, Daniel Tosh.
You're like Dr. Show
I believe in your
spokesperson.
ability.
First of all, the whole time I'm like, there's no 10-pound balls that my fingers can fit in.
Right.
So I have to get a 13-pound ball just so that my thumb can fit. But see, some of these guys don't put their thumbs in. They spin. Pete spins. Eddie can spin. I don't spin. I just go straight and fast.
I'm retracting my answer. 95.
Okay. I won with a 118.
Hello.
Okay? All right, then we had our shows in Davenport. Do we have anybody write into us?
Yeah, we got a couple.
Okay, let's hear it.
Hello, I'm sitting in the audience before your show, and I would like the link to your playlist, The Covers. Thank you.
All right, first of all, you're in my show. Put your phone away.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it. Yeah, no, I created my own playlist. It's basically just kind of all folksy acoustic covers of, nostalgic dirty hip hop.
Mm-hmm. People like it.
Well, I mean, some people do. Some people hate it, but I don't care either way. Here's my thinking why I went with this playlist or why I created this playlist. It's soft and it's not, you can still have your conversations pre-show. You're not overwhelmed. But then if you're just sitting there listening, all of a sudden you know the words to every single thing that's being played. And it's fun when you know the words to everything.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, wow, are we singing about pussy right now? That seems inappropriate.
Soft tones.
Anyway, so no, there's no link to the playlist. It's just I created it. What, you said you had two?
Got another one, yeah.
What's this one?
This one, subject line, impressed with how fast you had the wheels rolling on your bus. Just saw you guys in Quad Cities. I enjoy the absolute disdain you showed for your audience.
I mean, yeah, you're reading into it a little bit. I didn't have disdain. I never have disdain on night 2 of the tour.
Pretty fresh.
I mean, I might have been teasing the city a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But they deserve it. And besides, I'm not making fun of Davenport. I'm making fun of Moline. But that's what I do. We end the show and I sprint from the stage. There's no going back, no encore, no curtain call. I say goodnight after about an hour and 20 something minutes on stage, and I run to the bus and Charles drives me to the next place.
Yep.
And we do it all over again the next morning. We had to head to Peoria, which, by the way, whoa,
It's yeah, there you go. Should be on the sign when you drive in.
Not nice. By the way, downtown Peoria, during the week, this is a weekday.
Right.
0 people.
It's crazy.
0 cars. 0 people. Just, yeah, I guess everybody just, I don't know, work from home Thursdays? I don't know what it was.
You and me were the foot traffic. That was it.
The problem with this time of year is the weather one day was 75 and just humid, and the next day was 26.
Mm-hmm.
Peoria was cold, and I went for a long walk. I went by the Caterpillar Museum,
Mm-hmm.
and I went and had a breakfast by myself because Eddie will sleep till 11 like some fucking college sophomore, which my body just doesn't. 6:37. No matter what, I'm waking up. Anyway, I got up. I went for a long walk. Got breakfast. Way too rich. It was at a bakery. It was nice. On the way back, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna walk by the water a little bit." There's a river there. I don't know which one it is. Doesn't matter. And all of a sudden, my stomach was like, "Uh-oh." So I started doing the hustle back. But it was so cold that I think my body was like,
Right.
I'm not going to do you dirty here.
This is right.
Although it wouldn't have mattered that much. You wouldn't have noticed. I mean, Peoria is nice. It's just, it's not a pretty time of year to be anywhere.
Right.
Well, here it's beautiful, but you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't pretty and it was cold, and I was hustling back to we went for a walk, but we walked past the Richard Pryor statue, and his placement of a statue is unimpressive.
It seems like a bad area.
Put it in a park or down by the water or something. It's just on an intersection.
Really was. It's just like, oh, there it is. You walk right up on it.
All right, what do you got for us from Peoria?
Thinking about bringing my son Friday, and I was curious if there was an age limit at the show. Can you let me know, please? Bob Flood.
It is funny to ask me how old. Like, if that's how he thinks he should figure out if he should bring his son.
Just reach out to the entertainer.
Right. Like, if you're going to go see a movie, do you call, "Hey, Will Ferrell, you think my 12-year-old will enjoy this?" And he'd probably write back, I believe they would. I don't know. I think you should be at least 16.
Yeah.
To see my show. I don't know. Whatever. Call the place. If they let you in and you want to bring your kid. I find it very uncomfortable when a young person is in my sight line. Like, sometimes, I think we had one show and there was like a dad and his daughter, and she looked way too young. And the things that I'm talking about, I'm just like, this isn't right. You guys know I love a bidet. And thanks to Tushy, you don't need one of those expensive Japanese toilets to experience bathroom luxury. Every Tushy bidet easily attaches to your existing toilet without the need for additional plumbing. Installation is simple and takes about 10 minutes to complete. I've been a fan for years, and I'd be a fan even if I didn't have IBS. And now, Tushy e-bidets instantly modernize your daily routine with a heated seat, adjustable water temperature, and a powerful yet gentle dryer. This is daily decadence with practical benefits. Tushy pristinely removes 99% of bacteria while protecting your natural skin barrier thanks to one natural ingredient, fresh water. People who have made the switch to Tushy use up to 80% less toilet paper. I use 0 toilet paper. No more clogged toilets. No more wasting money on something that does an inferior job cleaning your body. And every Tushy bidet comes with a 30-day hassle-free return and a 12-month warranty. Make going to the bathroom the most comfortable thing you do all day long. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off their first bidet order when using the code TOSH at checkout. That's 10% off your first bidet order at hellotushy.com with promo code TOSH. T-O-S-H. Springtime is here, and you know what that means. It's time to let those thighs breathe. Whether you're playing around a golf with the fellas, hitting up a beer garden, or visiting an actual garden, Chubby's has you covered for all the good vibes that warm weather brings. Bright polos that demand attention? Check. Killer shorts that show off those beautiful thighs? Double check. Chubby's original shorts provide that classic look with a fresh vibe and a modern fit. They're designed for comfort, built for stretch, and designed to give you thigh-high confidence. And if you're hitting up the pool or beach, their classic line swim collection has your new favorite trunk for those sunny days. We're talking seriously soft, dangerously flexible, and incredibly quick-drying swim trunk. I don't know what they make their hoodies out of, but the one I have is one of the softest things I've ever felt. Whether you're getting dressed for your workday, a workout, or weekend getaway, Chubby's has you covered. For a limited time, Chubby's is giving our viewers 20% off your order. You got to use code TOSH at chubbysshorts.com. That's code TOSH at chubbysshorts.com. Support our show. Tell them we sent you. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubby's. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but my housekeeper here does not visit me in Tahoe. And that's not good because I like to keep my places spotless. But thanks to our sponsor, Narwhal, I have a vacuum capable of rising to the occasion. The Narwhal Flow 2 is going to clean your floors and blow your mind. It's not just a robot vacuum. Wait for it. It's also a robot mop. The Narwhal Flow 2 cleans with fresh hot water, sprays it evenly, and applies pressure to the floor for deep, efficient cleaning. It has a reverse rolling mop for deeper cleaning, gets right up to all the edges, and ensures full area coverage with constant cleaning results. Flow 2 also has all the robot vacuum features you could want. If you want to treat your home to spotless, fresh floors, visit us.narwhal.com/Tosh. That's us.narwal.com/Tosh. Okay, next up, we headed to St. Louis, which is, my old hometown. Anyway, we pull up to the hotel, and there's tour buses everywhere, and I don't know how to describe this, but basically, it's like Freaknik is going on.
Perfect explanation.
In the hotel lobby. And my bus driver, Charles, is just like, oh, New Edition is in town. And I'm like, Charles, if you tell me one more time that New Edition is in town, I'm going to lose it. Just because he keeps saying it. He's like, no, New Edition is here. I know all the drivers. And they have a lot of openers, and Salt and Pepper is here. And I was like, what year is it in St. Louis right now?
It's like New Edition. New Edition's here.
He was just excited about New Edition being there. And sure enough, they were.
Yep.
And they had the hotel rocking.
Right.
And the next day in St. Louis, we were going to a Cardinals game, and Charles, our bus driver, got us tickets.
Right.
He knew a pitcher for Tampa Bay, and we got to sit in the players, family section. And I'm thinking we're going to see some smoke show wives, not a hot one in the bunch, but whatever. We had fun, and guess who came to the game too? And Dr. Jocelyn and her family. They visited, and they came to the game and spent the day with us. It was so fun.
We snuck them into the section.
Yeah, they came to the show. I snuck them into my. I am so good at getting people into better seats. And here's how you do it. If you want my hack, in the age of electric tickets, and you're going to games and events in the middle of the day when 50,000 people better not show up, so there's gonna be tons of empty seats, you get one or two good seats. And the rest just get the cheapest thing ever and never go to your seats. And then you walk a couple people in, you walk or two people in, and then you go back out and you're like, come on, let's go. You're like, oh, they're with me. I'm just doing shifts.
Yeah,
bringing different groups of people in. I know it's probably not what I should do, but there's empty seats everywhere.
It was like an underground railroad you had going.
You guys stayed for the game. The game went to extra innings, and I had to live by what my father taught me going to St. Louis Cardinal games. You don't stay the whole game. You have to beat traffic, which always blew my mind because we parked so far away from, the stadium, Old Busch Stadium. We were never affected by traffic. I mean, my dad was on the other side of the river. We never paid for parking. When I was at the Cardinals game, by the way, did this just to annoy my father. I ordered Hawaiian food because people, again, always they'll make fun of California. Like, oh my goodness, you guys have sushi at your baseball stadium. Whatever. St. Louis had a whole Hawaiian restaurant. I had my macaroni salad, my chicken, and my rice. It was delicious. And then I was going to order gooey butter cake on a stick.
Did you get it?
I just took a photo of it. Just because I was so happy that they had gooey butter cake on a stick. Yeah. And then when we left the game, there was the No Kings March, and that was fun. Pete and I were in it. We're like a salmon, swimming upstream, but we don't want to act like we're not supportive, so we're kind of treating it like a parade.
Yeah.
And just cheering. And I saw some signs, and I would give people thumbs up if I thought it was creative and funny. Well, I saw one sign that said impeach him by the pussy. and that made me smile.
That's good.
I gave that guy a thumbs up. That night at the show was a big night because they had laundry machines.
Oh yeah.
So we did a load of laundry. People always want to know what's going on backstage at a theater. I'm sure there's tons of cool people that have whores and cocaine, but Eddie and I, when we're backstage, we're doing laundry.
Yeah.
Any comments from St. Louis shows?
Yeah. Just wanted to say that I love the show. My wife did too, so much that she now listens to the podcast. Thank you for coming out and putting on a great performance. Warm regards, Alex.
Listen, make sure you guys listen on separate devices now. Okay? That'll help our numbers. We need people to subscribe. This will make John mad. I can't get myself to tell people on stage to subscribe to the show. I got to start doing that. I got to force myself to do that.
Got another comment. Daniel and Eddie, I went to the 7:30 show at the Stifle Theater. My face hurts from laughing so hard for so long. Had such an amazing time. I considered buying tickets to the Peoria, Illinois show. Please don't make it your last farewell tour. Truly yours, Jennifer.
I don't know what you're talking about. Peoria. Peoria was before St. Louis.
Right.
No, this can't be my last tour. But, who knows? So I'm glad that you came. I'm glad that you and Jennifer came, because if it is, or if something tragic were to happen to Eddie or myself, you can be like, hey, I'm glad we didn't put that off. Now that's a good message for the people that still have yet to buy tickets for the rest of our dates this calendar year. Let's go.
This could be it.
So we finish St. Louis. We get our laundry. It's all clean. I wanted my best shirt that I brought to be freshly laundered because I knew the next day was the big one. We were heading to Evansville,
Right.
Hutch's town, as you recall.
Yep.
Eddie's stalker who kept calling into the show and recommending a pizza restaurant that we had to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest with you, for no other reason, I was excited to be in Evansville.
Yeah.
And boy, did that all come crashing down. I got up. I did not like what I saw out my bus window. I found a good coffee shop, donut shop. It was Parlor Donuts.
Right.
It's a chain in that area of the country.
Yeah.
I don't know how many locations, but it's good. It's nice. They had fancy donuts. And then they had one donut that's called their local favorite. And so I asked him, the man behind the counter, I said, well, what's the local favorite? And he replies, there's a sign in the donut cabinet, local favorite. I say, what's the local favorite today? And he replied that this location doesn't have one, which I think sums up Evansville.
Yeah. Really did.
I mean, guys, when I tell you that this town was depressing, I couldn't quite wrap my head around how we had a show there. I was like, where are the people coming from? So then we go for a walk to the pizza place that was recommended by Hutch, Taroni's. And it's a long walk from where our hotel is. And it's through, just downtown.
I guess, yeah.
Just if you know anybody that's like, hey, I want to buy a city, then I have a place where I'm pretty sure you'll get one hell of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Pennies on the dollar is what I'm guessing. Everything was closed because when we got to Taroni's, we were so excited. Pete was there. Eddie was there. We're walking in. We're like, where do we sit? There's two sides. We find a side with our own TV, and I get to watch a game that I'm probably heavily financially vested in, and we order. And by the way, the Stromboli pizza that was so heavily recommended is not starred as one of the favorites on the menu.
Yeah.
We order another traditional pizza. Guys, here goes. I didn't want to do this. I actually don't want to do this. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of meat and squirts of red sauce on a saltine cracker crust.
It was bad.
Pete, how would you describe that pizza?
Not good.
Man, a few words, but he sums it up.
The best pizza ever? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It's not the best. It's not even. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I had pizza at Sinopolis the other night watching Super Mario Brothers that was better. And let me be clear, Sinopolis, your pizza's disgusting.
They had a margarita pizza on the menu with no mozzarella.
Yeah, there was a margarita pizza on the menu, no mozzarella. It
Monterey
had
Jack.
what?
Monterey Jack.
Monterey
So it's not a
Jack.
pizza.
It had Monterey Jack
But-
cheese.
Yeah.
And then I just kept making Pete and Eddie stopped. He refused, but I just kept making us eat it so that
kept eating.
well, they were so, when they're like, oh, do you want us to box this up? And I'm like, no, we're not going to box it. We're just going to leave two half pizzas just on a table. No one leaves a pizza restaurant with half of the pizza you ordered just on the table.
Yeah. No, you take it with you if it's.
But we did. Now, was it the worst show of the? No, the show was great. Let me hear what the fine people of Evansville thought of the show.
I'm going to whip my dick out in the middle of your show tonight. Love you, Fireman Dan.
This might be typical Evansville behavior.
Seems like it might be.
Okay, but you leave your hose in your pants, Fireman Dan. From Indiana, we jumped over to Kentucky,
Yeah, we did.
Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
Lexington. Every time I'm in Lexington, I'm glad I'm not in Louisville.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Pete really affected my Lexington experience in a negative way. I went to the grossest restaurant for lunch. Actually, it was your pick.
That's my pick.
Hold on. This was not Pete's fault. This was Eddie's fault. Eddie made us go to this Mexican restaurant. By the way, I have a hard rule about Mexican food. Southwest. If you're not in the Southwest, don't get Mexican food. Just don't. You guys, people that don't live in the Southwest, of course, get Mexican wherever you want. But I live in the Southwest, so I should only eat Mexican when I'm home because there's amazing restaurants.
Right.
And when I'm in Kentucky, I shouldn't let Eddie talk me into a Mexican restaurant. So we go to this place that is just so gaudy. Every inch of the restaurant is painted ridiculous and wacky, and there's weird sex. I don't know what it is. It just feels
12 chandeliers.
Oh, it's just everything is just, there's
so
statues coming out of the wall and it doesn't make sense. And it's like, this isn't cleaned properly. And we have this server who Pete, immediately takes a shine to because he's on the road
False
and he
love.
gets an itch.
Yep.
She's got weird piercings.
Mm-hmm.
What was the thing that she said was?
Mac and cheese donuts.
There's mac and cheese donuts?
Yeah.
And I said, what is this? I go, I don't trust my stomach to this. She goes, oh, no, those are evil. Which means she's had diarrhea at that restaurant.
And she's our server.
Well, that's okay. I ordered 2 tacos that were both disgusting. I ate half of them, and I was like, that's it. I'm done. I was furious. That was 2 days in a row
Bad
that
lunches.
I had horrible lunches. Now, that night, the venue was an old venue. And it was a smallish. And we did 2 shows, and the shows were fun. The first show was really good. I loved. And they gave me a whiskey barrel
Yeah.
lid, which is going to be a fun thing to re-gift. And then the second show, I had some family come out, which I despise. As soon as I have family come, I'm like, uh-oh.
That's something else.
Here, time to censor. This will be getting back. There'll be some reports back to some key figureheads in the family. Anybody write anything?
Yeah. Just seen Tosh in Lexington last night. I wore my nice Baby Billy tee.
Baby Billy. Sure, I miss Baby Billy.
Me too.
By the way, I saw a lot of T-shirts in our shows with Carl on it, and I try to give those people a little recognition. Kentucky, the shows were good. Shows were good, and then we were heading back to Indiana the next day to get the taste of Evansville out of our mouth.
You're right.
To Bloomington, and Bloomington. I mean, can you find a better city?
Awesome.
Just immediately, you're like, oh, this is nice. And we're walking around. I jogged on a trail that my bus was parked on. Like they have this nice sidewalk linear park. There's like a skate park. There's pickleball. And I'm just jogging. Now, I hate jogging on a there and back.
Yeah.
I like loops.
Right.
I don't want to see the same thing twice, but I'm doing a there and back. Well, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so much that I just keep going. And I went out too far. I went out 3 miles. So now I'm doing a 6-mile run. I'm doing a 10K. I didn't need that, but I did it. Walked downtown, went to a bookstore. I love a local bookstore. Bought a ton of books for the kids. We did the show in Bloomington. Not my best show. The audience was a little reserved.
Yeah.
They were a little tight. And Kurt didn't show up. Kurt
Right.
Spaghetti. Why didn't he come? Because when I was at Columbus a few years before, Urban Meyer shows up with 12 co-eds ready to party.
That's right.
I'm thinking, well, Kurt Spaghetti is going to do something like this.
Just won a title. He's got to be feeling it.
He didn't show up.
Had a good lunch, though.
Did we have a good? Oh, we ate at what was the name of it?
Osteria Rago?
Some Italian place. Eddie immediately gets there and like takes his nice rolled silverware and just like unrolls it like there's nothing inside of it, and just silverware just goes flying around the restaurant.
Guy's a knife fell off the table.
Nah, it was a little more violent. What do our fans say about our show in Bloomington?
Hello, Daniel. I just attended your show at IU Bloomington and thought it was great. On a side note, since you talk about your wife, I was nosy and found her Twitter account. I visited her website and her bio, and my phone was immediately hacked, and I was told to call a number to get it unhacked. I'm assuming your wife isn't an Indian man working for Microsoft. So I wanted to let you know just in case some other clicks on that.
All right. Is this all just nonsense you're reading?
I think it is.
Stop looking up my wife and trying to get her information.
Right.
Creep. From Bloomington to Ohio to Cincinnati to begin my essential dive into a horrible abyss.
Mm-hmm.
I went Cincinnati, Akron, Toledo, in that order.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a death spiral. That's a death spiral. But thankfully, for lunch, I just went to the Reds game.
Yep.
By the way, didn't have to pay tickets again. Our buddy, Andy Levitt, that kind of books all my tours at Live Nation, he got us tickets behind home plate.
It's great.
It was wonderful. Every time we go to these baseball games during the day, Pete is the only person I've ever known that buys these raffle tickets. They're like, you know, they come through with a sign that's like, $50 gets you 220 raffle tickets.
Yep.
And I guess you can win a dollar amount that you split with charity. It's like,
Yeah.
it's basically gambling.
Right. It's a 50-50.
But he buys these raffle tickets.
When you
Did you
was-
check your numbers, Pete?
Yeah, in St. Louis and Cincinnati.
Did you win anything?
No.
Pirates won. We left after. I left by the 6th.
Right. Shortly after that T-shirt.
Oh yeah, Pete got so excited. They had a vehicle drive on the field that had an automatic T-shirt cannon that was a spinning barrel of
like a
multiple, and it was firing up to the upper deck. And he'd never seen something like that. Pete just got so excited. He's like, "Holy cow!"
I feel like 1,000 shirts came out in a second.
It was impressive. I mean, so much so that you think we should get that on the front lines over in Iran.
Mm-hmm. Get it there on.
Yeah. I wonder if during the ceasefire you can launch them free T-shirts, if that's okay. Tell me what our fans said about Cincy Show.
All right. Hello. I'll make this short. Your show is outstanding. We've gone to see all the big comics multiple times. Seinfeld, Chappelle, Segura, Burr, Ragazzi. Loved every minute of your set. Was thrilled you decided to come to Cincy. Cheers. Best of luck on your tour. Hope you come back. Regards, Kyle and Amy Smith.
Well, that's nice. And they've seen all the bigs.
The bigs.
That's nice that they put us amongst the bigs. I'd add a few names to their list. Who should you see live? You gotta make sure you've seen Attell live.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make sure you've seen Maria Bamford live. My list is over.
It's over. Another Cincinnati email. My wife and I attended your show last night in Cincinnati. We've been fans since we were dating in high school. I'm sure you get tons of these, but I just wanted to tell you that you brought much joy to us over the years. We have had many challenges and difficult times surrounding starting a family, as you can relate based on your set last night, and laughing together about twisted shit has always been therapeutic for us. Now having 2 amazing boys, it felt full circle to see you in person. We're thankful for the positive impact your comedy has had on us. P.S. Hearing the siloed laughs from around the theater during the law enforcement jokes made me glad I actually live in Columbus. John.
Okay, well, first of all, now I don't get tons of these. So it's nice that you wrote that. Thank you very much. And I wish I would have known you were on your way to Columbus, because we drove right through Columbus on our way up to Akron. Right after the show, we could have given you a ride. That's right up to 71. Let's be clear. Columbus is the best city in Ohio. Okay, we're not going to argue about it. It's the winner. But I couldn't do a show there for whatever reason. Either we'd already done one recently, or there wasn't availability. But that was nice. All right, because we were heading on up. We drove right through Columbus, right up to Akron. Akron. I woke up, walked outside of the bus, and was immediately met by an unhoused woman who asked me 3 questions, but I had earbuds in, and it's like I could hear her, but I just chose not to have the conversation. What's the rule with the earbuds? Do you always take them out, or do you ignore? I just kept walking. I was like, I'm just going to ignore this person.
I think that's okay.
Nah, I probably did the wrong thing. But I walked around, and then immediately got another person at a bus stop that was real aggressive with wanting to chat with me. But that person, I did one of those moves and just got around them. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. And then I found the bakery that I was looking for, and the street was closed. And the workers told me to go through the library. They said, just walk through the library and you can get to the other side of the street. And I said, I'm not doing that. And I'm just going to keep walking down this way. And he's like, all right, you can do that too. Then later that day, Pete and I I wanted to go to this Pokemon store because my son is kind of into Pokemon now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to bring him home some Pokemon cards. And I go into this Pokemon store. And Eddie, I don't know if you know this about me or not, but this was the first time I've ever been into a Pokemon store.
I would imagine so.
So I walk in there, and Pete's with me. And Pete also is, this is foreign to him. And there's gaming tables everywhere. By the way, the thing that shocked Pete and I the most is just the sheer square footage that is allowed for retail establishments outside of New York and Los Angeles is always shocking to us. That's always where we go, oh, I forgot that some places when they start a business can have parking for 300 cars and enough storage space to do whatever they want. Okay, so we're in this huge warehouse of a Pokemon store, and there's tons of tables for people to play, and I'm immediately overwhelmed, but I'm enjoying it. And then I see this guy that works there. There's quite a few people that work there, quite a few people shopping. And this guy's got very long, beautiful, curly, Kenny G-esque type hair. And I one customer came up to him and said, "Oh man, your hair's getting longer every time I see you." And then he replied back to the customer with just almost zero sarcasm. "Yeah, your hair does the same thing." And I just loved him from that moment forward. I was like, okay, this guy's great. This guy, and then he sees me, and he goes, "Tosh,
oh, that's great.
What are you doing in the nerd castle?" And I was like, "Well, I've got a nerd in training at home." And he's like, "That's great." And so then he helped me out, and I just wanted, I didn't want to get my son anything crazy expensive, but I wanted him to get something, the packaging, I wanted it to be cool. And I bought him a $50 thing that had 10 or so packs in it and a little figurine. By the way, no young people watching older guys come in there, and this guy was like, "Hey, what do you give me for this card?" And they're like, "We'll give you 200. And he's like, "I need 220. And they're like, "We'll give you 210. And he's like, "All right." And he takes $210 for this one card, and I'm just like, "Oh, I know that this exists." And then he's like, "What days are your tournaments?" And they're like, "It's Thursdays at 8. I don't know.
Right?
I'm just blown away at this whole world that I know nothing about. We may have to bring in either that guy that works at the store or just another Pokemon expert, because it is fascinating that it's just such a world that I know nothing about, that people care so much. And then real money is changing hands.
Right. There's a whole economy with this culture.
Yeah, the guy's just making money. What the people of Akron say about the show?
Hi, could you please let me know who made the outfit Daniel wore at the 7 p.m. Akron show? It was a plaid zipper blazer with matching plaid pants. I really liked it and want to find it and buy it. If you have time, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, Tim Moon.
All right, Tim, I'm going to help you out here. Now, I'm positive you're not going to find it in Akron. Now, maybe you will. It's Carrie, who does my wardrobe. Has been on the show. Wonderful one. She's currently texting me about gifts for my wife for our anniversary. Ugh. That suit is not that special. It's theory, so it's not cheap. I don't even want to guess, but it's not off the charts, but it's very thin. I like it. One time I ripped the crotch. I had to have it sewed right before the show. Found a lady downtown that did it in 2 minutes, charged me $2. It was amazing. And you know who I've seen wear that suit that little outfit? Idris Elba in a commercial. There's a commercial that Idris Elba has the exact one on. He wears his zipped up more. I wear mine usually unzipped. I'll put it. It might not be the exact same suit, but it looks like it. But one night in I forgot what venue I was in, somebody heckled me. I don't know if you were there. I never understand what people are heckling if they yell at me, because I don't hear that well, and I'm normally like thinking it's going to be hostile. But this person's like, "Nice sweatpants."
Nice sweatpants.
But they weren't sweatpants. I mean, they do have an elastic waist and a drawstring.
Drawstring technology, sweatpants.
No, it's not. They're not sweatpants at all. It's fine material. The pant, it's not scrunchy around the ankle.
Okay.
I know that gas, groceries, restaurants are burning a hole in your pocket. There's no getting around it, but help is here because you can get cash back every single time you fill up, hit the grocery store, or go out to eat with the Upside app. Here's how it works. Open the app, claim an offer, pay with your card like normal, and get paid. That's it. Users earn $1 million in cash back every single week. And unlike other programs, you can stack Upside with your existing credit card and loyalty rewards. Upside has given back $1 billion to its users. To find out how much you could earn, download the free Upside app and use promo code TOSH to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's an extra 25 cents back on every gallon on your first tank of gas using promo code TOSH. What we need to do is have Pete when we fill up the tour bus. Now we're sitting pretty. Picture this. It's late at night and you're scrolling through your feeds when all of a sudden you see it. That one product that you've been looking for. You click on the link, add to cart, maybe even shop around a little more before finally hitting checkout. As you're filling in your address, you realize you don't have your card anywhere near you. That's when you see it. That purple pay button that has all of your information saved, making checkout as simple as tapping on your screen. From managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and more, with Shopify, everything is all in one place, making your life easier and your business operations smoother. And if you get stuck, Shopify is always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. Start your business today with the industry best business partner, Shopify, and start hearing. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/Tosh. Go to shopify.com/Tosh. That's shopify.com/Tosh. Let's be honest. Clothes shopping, not my thing. I just want to walk out the door feeling great in what I'm wearing. Maybe get a compliment or two. Ever order 3 sizes of the same shirt just hoping one fits? Scroll shop, add to your cart, and still end up returning everything. Same here. That's why you need to switch to Stitch Fix. You just take a quick style quiz, share your size, your vibe, and your budget, and boom, you're matched with a real human stylist who handles the rest. You get to be fancy like me and have your own personal stylist. They send you a fix box with clothes that actually fit and make sense for your life, your job, whatever. It saves you time, you look great, and feel confident in what you're wearing. It's no risk, all style. Try it all in the comfort of your home. Keep what works, send back the rest. Shipping and returns are always free and no subscription required. Plus, get a free try-on for your first order. Just be prepared for compliments. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Tosh. You get $20 off your first order. That's stitchfix.com/Tosh. After 2 amazing shows in Akron, we do the short drive over to Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
And I put a mouth on this because I wasn't looking forward to Toledo. And when I woke up on the bus and I looked out my windows, one side of me was an Outback Steakhouse and the other side of me was a Longhorn Steakhouse. And I was like, this is perfect. And that was it. I was like, I'm not getting off the bus. And I didn't. I stayed on the bus. I didn't go anywhere. I did work. I didn't work out this day. I had Pete go get me lunch and I ate leftovers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Eddie went to lunch. He went to a diner by himself. That sounds depressing, but wait for it. He also then, the hotel didn't have a gym, but they would give you a coupon to go across the street to some, big whatever gym.
Right.
And in the gym, there's like a bunch of Turning Point USA
flag just
flags hanging up. And I'm just like, oh no. Every TV on the elliptical is preset to Fox. Yeah.
It's big MAGA gym.
So Eddie worked. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather get fucking fatter than listen and see this shit. And so so we have one show in Toledo, and I get on stage. I'm not lying, guys. This is what happened. I get on stage. I'm barely into my set, and I hear somebody screaming at me, and I'm like, okay, what's this? And they're just screaming, medic, medic, I'm like, oh no.
Right.
What is going on? Apparently, there was 2 different people screaming medic. One in the upper level, one in the lower level. Guys, when I say that this happens, yes, it happens, but rarely. Now there's 2 people at the same time
Right.
in the same show. So I don't know how serious it is. I say, okay, bring the house lights up. I'll step off stage. Let's get some professionals in here to handle this. And I'd leave stage. The whole time backstage, I'm just furious because I'm like, when am I going back on stage to fulfill my contractual obligation so I can get the fuck out of here? And it takes way too long. And I finally go back out there. And let me tell you something, like nothing ever happened. You just go right back into telling jokes. It's so bad for the continuity of a show. It's worst case scenario. But again, I'm a professional. I'll do it. And we got through that show.
Yep.
And people that were at the show probably had the best time of their lives, but that's only because they live there. And they've never experienced joy before.
Here's a comment. Are we going to talk about you causing a person to nearly die in Toledo?
It was not my fault.
The blood's on your hands, Daniel.
There's no scenario where that is my fault.
Can't thank you enough for coming to Toledo. Great show. Eddie was incredible. Glad you made it out unscathed.
Barely. We barely made it out. And then we're wrapping it up. Then we're heading to Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's just from coming from Toledo the night before, but Grand Rapids is just beautiful.
Yeah.
The downtown was so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is great. It was raining and kind of cold, yet still beautiful. That's what Toledo does to you. Although Pete did put me in the worst Uber. It was a van, and like there was like stickers on the outside of the van, like a tiger's mouth.
Oh, cool.
That like, okay. And
Taekwondo dojo.
it was like a tiger's mouth, and when the doors opened, it was like you're like going into the mouth. And I go, Pete, what did you think of that sticker, like that wrap job on it? He goes, I didn't notice it. I'm like, oh, what do you mean? How do you not notice that we just walked through a tiger's mouth? And then I was like secretly trying to film inside the van because I was so grossed out. There was like just every inch of the interior of the walls was like covered in construction paper, like taped over. It made no sense. And he's like, that's not the worst car you've ever been in. Like, he always thinks I'm being dramatic, but I'm like, it might be the worst thing I've ever sat in. Why not just hit the other button for the nicer car on Uber?
I just now remembered it was an Uber.
But that's where Michigan's where my gambling went off the rails because they've got these online casinos that you can just have access to. And I get why people have problems there because holy cow.
Yeah, you were playing straight games. Like,
I know.
You were on a casino floor.
Playing Ultimate Texas Hold'em. I love that table game. That's fun. Man, can you have some big swings. I hit a straight flush. Okay. Now, granted, I didn't have enough money on it to make it really exciting, but I hit a straight flush. I'll show you the screen grab.
Mm-hmm.
I saved it. Okay. What do the fans say about the show in Grand Rapids?
All
Our
right.
final night, we had 2 shows there.
Tosh came for the gender reveal, but instead got the best comedy show I've ever been to live. Laughed my ass off.
What does that mean, the gender reveal?
I don't know. Laughed my ass off. Eddie Gosling's set was hilarious as well, though I've never seen a picture of him and only heard his voice. You both were so good it convinced my wife to go see you at the Cosmopolitan. Keep up the great work. Sincerely, Matt Pierce.
You got to make sure you let me know what show at the Cosmopolitan you're going to be at. Because I don't want to be on stage thinking, I wonder if Matt's wife's here tonight.
Is Matt's wife here to just ask everything?
Guys, that was leg 1 of my first farewell tour.
Mm-hmm.
Leg 2 starts in like 8 weeks or 6 weeks or something. I don't know.
Yep.
We're in the Northeast. Oh, okay. And we're in Canada.
Mhm.
We're in the Northeast and in Canada. That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay. The bar has been set.
Tosh Show.
Okay, Eddie, I'm going to ask you the big question.
Mhm.
What was your favorite show on that leg of the tour, and your least favorite show.
Lexington was my favorite, first show.
Lexington first show was your favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worst show, Bloomington. I feel like it could never get like momentum to carry through.
Least favorite was Bloomington. My least favorite was Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite was the second show, Grand Rapids.
There you go. Oh, yeah, because you get to go home. And somebody almost died at the other one. Yours makes more sense.
Plug patreon.com/Tosh Show. Plug my first farewell tour. Guys, be a part of history. We have the toshshowstore.com. People were wearing your shirts, Carl. People were wearing your shirts at the show. That was nice to see. And I feel like since we did this episode and there were so many people patting us on the back saying good show, I think we shouldn't do They Love Me. I think we should do They Love Me Not, They Love Me Not to end out this episode.
All right. Michael Glover, 9187.
Okay?
Terrible host. If you're going to interject, maybe make sure you add something to the convo.
I mean, that's good advice. I don't think I'm a terrible host, though.
Definitely not.
Thank you. What else you got?
This is from Goomber Dups. I've come to really hate the gifting sections. It's so awkward.
Yeah, I'm not going to get rid of the gifting section.
That's perfect for you.
Especially just coming off a tour where I just constantly was given stuff. Where I'm like, I don't want this, guys. One place made us lovely cookies. You love cookies? Yeah. And they put my face. Well, they didn't really put my face on. My face was absent. But they made Carl. They're just real thoughtful cookies. But the cookies, you know, they all do these now, these icings where they can put any print on top of them. And the cookies aren't that good. Sometimes you have to cut the hard icing off, and then you get to the good sugar cookie. But these were a little overdone. I mean, I appreciate the gesture, though. See you next week.
Tosh Show.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show.